Hey YouTube, how the heck are you? Long time no see. It's literally been a couple weeks since I've been out here in the Montana garage. We've had the Arctic blast like everybody else in the country. I live in Montana, so that's not a huge deal around here, but we've all talked about my non-insulated shop. I got the little heater, but I work kind of long hours, and by the time I get home and it takes a little bit of time to warm it up out here, I have not motivated myself to get out here when it was that cold. So, you know, we had 20 below zero for a couple weeks. It's warmed up to, I think it's about 18 right now outside, so that's doable. I can get out here and turn the heat on and get it, you know, warm enough to function out here without freezing. So let's do a quick update. Operation gas door delete, right where we left it. I got a big hole in the side of my car, and like I said, I haven't been out here, so that hasn't changed. What has changed is my theory of how I'm going to complete the project. I did a little research, and so originally, if you guys watched the last video, you know my theory was to put the original gas door inside the trunk. I still might do that, but let me tell you why I was going to do it. One, I'm cheap. I didn't want to have to buy anything, you know, any kits or hinges or anything fancy to make this work. Two, I'm not that smart, so finding a way to make it work without, you know, reinventing the wheel or making something fancy, I didn't think, you know, really was going to be something I was going to do. So I thought it'd be easy just to put that back on there on the inside. And like I said, I still might do that, but I was doing a little research, and what I found was a pretty cool little hinge. So because the gas door gets so big, it's going to go through the body line. It's actually going to get through two body lines by the time you include the panel I'm going to weld in. I'm going to try to make it a little smaller, just inside of this little section. And like I said, I found a cool little hinge. It was cheap. It's got a little magnetic closure. Now, about the part two, where I'm smart enough to make it work, I'm still not sure about that, but we're gonna go with that plan first. We're gonna cut a smaller hole, try to make our own door, and if I'm not smart enough to make it work, well, I can go back to that plan. So let's go check out the hinge. One good thing about not being out here for a while, or I guess it's not really a good thing, but I ordered some parts and they showed up. So let's take a look. I ordered some stuff from Speedway. I've never used Speedway before. I usually use Summit or Jegs a little bit. But this stuff came super fast. They had what I wanted. So I don't know, I might use Speedway a little bit more. Let me know what you guys think about Speedway. So let's take a look what we got here. These guys here are some new bucket seat mounts for the 57 Chevy. So we'll be working on that bad boy soon. I had to get over $100 to get free shipping, so they had zip ties on sale. You can never have enough zip ties. And then the rest of it is just our little hinge. Let's find some place to look at this bad boy. So pretty simple. I mean, it's got a couple little brackets on it that I got to tighten up. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, but you know, that's just going to mount in there, and then I don't know if I'm smart enough. Either I'm not smart enough or I'm not strong enough to do it one-handed. All right, see if you can see this a little better now. It means I can use two hands too. So just a little hinge, spring loaded. So if we were going to do it on this side, which of course we're not, it's got these little ears on it, you know, so those will get welded in there. And then this would be the closed position, and then it opens, so the, you know, the gas door will weld or attach to this, and then it'll open up. So like I said, that's the theory. We're going to do it on the inside in here. So we'll cut a smaller hole. Now that problem I have, I wonder if the little body lines are going to be in the way, but we'll figure it out. So, I don't know if you guys can see this in there, but it'll mount right in here. Inside. Just like so. And then that would be the closed position. And then when you open it up, it's going to swing out. So let's figure out where we're going to put our hole. Oh, and then the other thing is, got a little, haven't even opened this guy yet, but it's basically a little magnetic latch. Like I said, all these things came from Speedway, and it's from a place called, or who makes them, is Hagen's Street Rod Parts, I think it's called. And it was inexpensive. I think it was like 15 bucks for the hinge and 10 bucks for this little magnetic latch. So it's going to be one of the deals where you'll push it closed and it'll hold it against there, and then you'll push it and it'll pop it open. In theory, if I'm smart enough to make it work. So that'll have to get mounted on the other side over here somehow. Pretty strong magnet it seems, so that's the theory. Let's see what we can make, or let's see if we can make it work. All right, so another thing before we get started, if you remember, if you watched my last video where I cut the hole in the car, if you haven't watched it, you should probably go back and do that. You'll remember that I used or tried to use this Central Pneumatic air saw, air body saw, whatever it's called, high-speed metal saw is what it's called. Harbor Freight, 15 or 20 bucks. I don't know, I've had it for a couple years, but it's never, since the day I bought it, it's never worked with the darn. So scrap that. And again, since I had a little time since I've been out here, I went to Amazon and I ordered up an Ingersoll Rand air reciprocating saw. So this one was significantly more expensive. I can't even remember. This one was 100 bucks, I think, or somewhere right around 100 bucks. So I haven't even, I opened it up the other day, but I haven't even used it. Got a little bit of oil on it from shipping. I'll have to get it cleaned off. And then we'll find out if this bad boy works a little better. And I got one more thing. For the last couple years, I've been using this little Husky Home Depot brand angle die grinder, I guess this would be called, 1/4 inch angle die grinder. Yep, and it's worked pretty good. It seems a little underpowered if you're, really grinding. If you push very hard, it'll pretty much stop it. And the other day, she pretty much quit going on me. I just plugged it back in, and it did fire back up. But the other day, I couldn't get to spin it all. Maybe it was frozen. But when you look at that, I can stop it. So it's pretty much garbage too. In fairness, I've probably never lubricated it more than 2 or 3 times in 5 years. So I should probably work on that. But anyways, I got also Ingersoll Rand near one of these bad boys too. So we'll put this stuff together, give her a little test and see how this stuff works. And if they work good, which I assume they're going to, it's going to come in handy on finishing up this project. I got her all put together here. Pretty simple task. First thing I noticed was, can you hear that? I think it's freaking quiet. And the next thing I noticed was, cuts that sheet metal like a hot knife through butter. I guess this is a classic case of you get what you pay for. We'll see how she works on the actual project or doing some actual work, but so far, so good. All right, so I got the angle die grinder all put together. Again, it's Ingersoll Rand. 5102 Max is the model. It was one of the more expensive ones. This Home Depot one was probably 30 bucks or something. Who knows? I've had it for a while. It might have been a little more than that. This was, again, somewhere over 100, 129 maybe. I don't remember exactly. But it feels like a much better quality tool. I can just tell that it's got a little more power. Yeah, I can already tell I can push harder without shutting it down like the other one did. And another neat feature about it is it's got this axle or spindle lock, little button here. So you push that button and then that locks that. And then it just becomes a one tool operation to loosen the nut and change your attachment here if you need to change that. The cheaper ones have, you know, you have to use two wrenches in there, so it's a little bit of a pain. And then this also has rear exhaust. So it's gonna keep most of the air off your hands, but it does come with this big kind of rubber sock, I guess. Whoops. And that go over the hose or over the end. And then that's gonna keep the exhaust off your hands. It's gonna make it a little bit of a pain, you know, to hook it on and off every time. I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal. You just slide the hose up through it, but I'm used to not having that on there, so I'll probably go without it, but I will definitely give it a try. Maybe that's the way to go, especially if the guy's out working where it's a little colder or something, but which is in here most of the time. So we'll try it. Comes with a couple spare attachments, and then this guy, I don't know what this is. This is just to store it, I guess. Maybe you set that on your workbench somehow or hang that up. Anyways, pretty cool tool. I think I'm gonna enjoy it. We'll put her to use here, finishing up the fuel door delete project, and we'll see how it goes. I got both of these tools on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. If there's something you're interested in, click on that link and go get you some. All right, I know this video wasn't much. We talked about some new tools. I talked about a new plan of attack for Operation Fuel Door Delete. And I got the new tools ready for battle. They're here ready and waiting. We will be cutting a hole here shortly. But I think that's all I'm gonna do. We're gonna call it for this video. I just want to get a short video out, let you guys know that I'm still alive. I survived the cold front. I was just too big of a sissy to get out here in the Montana garage when it was that cold. But we're back. And we want to get some work done in this 55 Chevy because I would like to drive it again someday. Someday soon, preferably. So next time we come back, we'll be attacking this inner fuel door. Obviously, I'm going to do the inside first because I made myself a big access hole here. So that's going to make life a little bit easier. So we'll figure out how we're going to cut the hole. My fuel tank's up there in the rafters. I may actually grab that and bring it down. I know right here is where the, you know, the filler neck secured. So I don't know if the hole was right here. I guess really it doesn't probably matter because no matter where that is, I'm probably gonna try to put the fuel door between these two body lines. If we have to adjust the filler neck, we'll figure that out when it gets to it. So scratch that hole, putting the gas tank in there. We're just gonna cut the hole where we think it is gonna work, and then we'll make the filler neck work in the future. Is probably what I'm gonna do. So anyways, that's what we're doing next time on Montana Garage. We'll do that, and then the following video we will take care of patching up the big hole we cut in the side of the car. So appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff that that we hope that you guys do. Hope you're enjoying the content. Yeah, there's a little thing called the DD Speed Shop 57 Chevy that I haven't talked about much lately, and I still don't have anything new to tell you right now, other than one of the reasons I haven't dealt with it is my son's a hockey player and he has hockey games like every weekend. So we got a few more weeks of hockey, and then we might be going to get that 57 Chevy soon, so stay tuned for that.